So, footage of Luigi Mangione has surfaced when he was caught at McDonald's and arrested. And in this video, you can see that he is lying to the police, calling himself Mark, obviously because he doesn't want to be identified. But people clearly stated that this man looks very suspicious, and he does, to be honest with you.
I do. Okay. What's your name?
Mark.
What is it?
Mark.
Mark?
Yes, sir.
Mark what?
Rosario.
Rosario? Someone called, they thought you were suspicious.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Do you have your ID on you?
Yes, sir. Thanks.
In the corner, just looking very odd and very suspicious. He does. Apologizing for looking suspicious is quite funny as well. But this obviously was played in court a couple of days ago, and now it's been released. And, you know, I thought that we should just talk about this to open the video, because we need to build up the momentum of the federal and state trials that are beginning in a month. Things are going to get very busy with Luigi. But yeah, here he is getting caught for what had happened and basically being arrested. Hey guys, it's Marlon, daily and consistent content. Let's get straight into this video. Of course, there are suppression hearings. He doesn't want certain evidence to be admissible because it was illegally obtained, which was finding a pistol in his backpack. If that gets removed and can't be used as evidence, that is great strength for Luigi. I want Luigi to get off on this, because I feel like when it comes to healthcare, Americans pay so much money. Apparently, correct me if I'm wrong, but I've heard that if a woman is pregnant in labor and has to call an ambulance, she has to pay like $600-700. Like, I just find that to be insane just to go to the hospital. It's just so sad. Like, I had like an eye infection situation, phoned my nearest general practitioner, GP, and, you know, they told me to phone this optometrist, phoned them, got an appointment the same day at 11 a.m, went there, they did all the eye tests, prescribed me the right medication to use, everything's been solved. Did not cost me a penny, guys, and that's how it should be. So, you know, let alone people who are on cancer treatments and paying so much money. It's just crazy. And then the insurance wants to spike everything. It's just crazy. But we're going to get into other stuff going on. Big news for Jay Z, guys. Listen closely, because a lot is happening. He has secured a huge $500 million partnership with a South Korean company. He's acquired a $500 million investment deal with a huge South Korean management firm, Hanwha Asset Management, which was the reason for his business trip to Abu Dhabi a few months ago. His investment firm, Marcy Penn Capital, holds a majority stake and is expected to focus on the expansion of the entertainment, beauty, food and lifestyle sector of Korean pop culture, which is a smart move, because we know how Korean pop culture can be biting off black culture continuously and their style for a very long time. So this is a huge move for him, in that he has acquired a new $500 million investment. Big news for Beyonce as well. It's just been announced that Beyonce will be a co-chair for the 2026 Met Gala alongside Venus Williams and Nicole Kidman and Anna Wintour. She will be part of the board. This is the first time that Beyonce is part of the Met Gala. I do wonder why she's returning to these big events. It's been a while since she has, but I think it's going to be in accordance to the release of her third album of this trilogy of rock, you know, the Renaissance and country and pop, and now I think rock's coming next, and I think that this is the buzz that she needs to prolong that. So, you know, that is pretty good news for her. Also, Secret, her hair care line, has done fantastic. It's #1 on the beauty, you know, healthcare hair charts, whatever those charts are called, Ulta Beauty, I believe, and her bottles are doing really well. The Edge serum bottles, I didn't think that Secret would do it, but it clearly has, without the promotion that it basically needed, because Beyonce isn't really one of those influencer girls. So hats off to her in that Secret is doing really well. Maybe she can take a break from touring and albums now that she's got a product that actually generates a lot of money for her. So pretty good news for her all around for Jay Z and Beyonce when it comes to what is going on with them. Now, we have Diddy's son, Christian Combs, who is, you know, posting about the P. Diddy documentary, basically calling it all lies, specifically about Biggie's estate and how Diddy charged them for the funeral but made it look like it was from him so that he could look great for the funeral, running through Brooklyn and etc. Christian Combs has regurgitated the narrative that this is all fake, basically saying that, you know, capsters to this conversation, because Biggie's estate confirmed that this was all fake. And, you know, Christian Combs is happy that the news is coming out, and he's basically putting out on his stories, speaking out that this documentary is all lies. Apparently somebody from Biggie's estate, or the head of the estate, is in cahoots with Diddy. I don't know if that's true, but if that is true, it makes me question everything that is going on right now. I don't understand also why Marlon and 50 are beefing. They're going back and forth right now. Marlon, of course, had his opinion on this conversation, basically stating that 50 is jumping on Diddy whilst he's down, and that you shouldn't be beating a man whilst they're down. Well, Diddy was beating Cassie while she was down. Do you think Diddy cared when Cassie was down? No, he did not. So Marlon has posted pictures in response of 50 and Diddy in a bathtub together, which is AI. It's a fake picture because they never went in a bathtub together. 50 has responded with a picture of Marlon wearing some very fruity, outfits and stuff like that, saying that, well, where do you lie? And that picture isn't AI. I don't know why Marlon is wanting to fight this battle. Pick your battles, and this is one that you do not need to be fighting. Do not make 50 one of your enemies. It's really, unnecessary. As I've always been stating from the beginning, 50 ain't no damn angel. The man has his own DV cases, and also is somebody that has exemplified violence as well. 110%, but pick your battles, and right now Diddy is the bigger battle, and if it has to take somebody like 50 on the same caliber to expose him to multiple people in this global documentary, then so damn be it. Do you understand? So damn be it. I do believe that 50 is wrong for what he's done. No justification. He as somebody that has exemplified DV, and that's a very good point that Ja Rule is making, and people don't want to listen to that because it's Ja Rule, and I understand that, but Ja Rule had made a very good point, and he is completely right. You can't stay against, because 50 is somebody who has exemplified DV, much like what Diddy is doing in the videos to Cassie and anybody else. But everybody else talking about, 50 is jumping on Diddy when he's down, you're inadvertently defending Diddy. Why would you even care that somebody else is being exposed of DV? If you want to say 50 is guilty of DV too, cool, you can say that and leave it at that. But there's no need for you to say that what 50 is doing, exposing Diddy in these documentaries, is wrong, because it's not wrong. Diddy has caused a lot more destruction than 50. That's just how I see it. So if 50 is the one that's putting his hand up and wants to expose all of this for Diddy, then so damn be it. Because as of right now, ain't nobody else coming to the stand doing all of that. Like Marlon, if you really want to, and somebody who's, you stated, in your captions that you love your woman, you've never harmed your woman, and etc. Cool, and I'm happy, as that's how men should be. Maybe put your hand up then and make 50 and make P Diddy documentaries and expose them, because nobody else is doing it. Nobody else is doing it. I don't understand. Nobody else is doing it, so please do it then. Because 50 is the only one that's doing it, and if you want to expose him for his DV stuff, cool. He's guilty of that. He's wrong for that, 110%. I've never said otherwise or anybody else, but he's the only one that's saying something right now and exposing Diddy and cutting him to the white meat. Nobody else is doing it. So what do you want us to do? I don't understand. What do you want us to do? Okay, 50's been guilty of DV. He was wrong for it. For Wade to Daphne, wrong. Disgusting the way he's treated women, let alone his own damn son, which he doesn't acknowledge. 50 is wrong for it, point blank period. But where do we go from there? Because ain't nobody else trying to expose Diddy. I don't understand why everybody's jumping on 50 right now. It doesn't make sense to me. Whether it's Ja Rule, I can see his point and it stands, but then you got Waka Flocka, who's also really pissed off with 50 and what he's doing, and then you have the game talking about free Diddy, free R. Kelly, and then you have Marlon now jumping into the conversation, all saying that you're jumping on Diddy, it's unfair. But where was your support for Cassie, Marlon, during the whole situation? Or anybody else, all of these alleged victims? You were quiet. So, where do we go from here? Just wasting my damn time. But anyways, Wendy Williams, apparently there is a light at the end of the tunnel. The conservatorship is going to be terminated before the end of this year. Joe Tacopina, according to him, he's claimed that she will be out of her conservatorship by the end. Wendy does not have frontotemporal dementia, so that should be game, set, match. The powerhouse attorney has stated, the plan is this: there are guardianship attorneys and we are watching and waiting, and they've assured Wendy by by the year's end that she will be out of the guardianship. So this is really good news for Wendy, that by the end of December, which is basically in a couple of weeks, she'll be free from this, and then hopefully she can come back to media, TV, radio, YouTube, something, because I feel like we all want to hear her talk about everything that is going on. Take some time to rest, Wendy, once you're out of this guardianship, but then come back, because people definitely want to see you. Bring the damn purple chair to YouTube. People will lock in any way, shape or form. They definitely want to see you on TV, point blank period. Let me know thoughts when it comes to this conversation. So many topics that I ran through in this video, so apologies if I'm speaking too fast or if you guys got lost, but I wanted to cover everything in a limited amount of time so that you guys can continue on with your day. I can continue on my day. We're not here for 30-40 minutes, but we can be, and there's nothing wrong with that. Follow me on my Instagram at Murad_Morali. I would appreciate it. Subscribe to the channel, join Murad Nation, comment down below and give this video a thumbs up. It goes a long way. And I'll catch you guys soon for another video.